Heaven's California.
Yo guys, what is going on? Welcome back to another episode 30 of the Wycombe Wanderers Career Mode series, and today we are doing something a little different. We are going to a post-commentary video, just because we basically know the league is going to be wrapped up. It's just a matter of time of when, as we probably won't lose that many more games now, and you know, it's just that there wasn't really any point showing all these live commentaries, and we need to get these games out the way, ready for the cup final in the end of the season. So I just thought, why not post-commentary through these games, get a few done today in a shorter video time for you guys. So yeah, we'll do that, and it might even be the same tomorrow. But we're having a look at the calendar. We had our first game against Portsmouth, and we did have a couple of, well, we've had a lot of games this month, and the team has been quite tired, which is I don't know, a bit of a shame, but that doesn't really concern me too much. But we did have a game against Bury yesterday. We had a win against Portsmouth, win against Bury, win against Doncaster, and all of that. So today we have Portsmouth, Mansfield, then Bradford, and then Exeter. And I was just counting here, seeing how many games we had left. I was trying to get all of March done, but we didn't quite have time to do 7 games today. That was quite intense. So really managed to get to 4 done, but we do have 4 games here today. We have the first one against Portsmouth here, and we're going to this one with high optimism. We have beaten Portsmouth plenty of times this season. We'll use the second team as well, and the result is okay. We have our first opportunity here. It falls, and I think that was, I'm not sure who. I think that might have been Ricci that got the penalty there. I think it was Burgess that tucked him away, and we had the penalty here. Wolf switched it the other way, and our streak has ended. We do, in fact, get the goal from a penalty kick, and we do have quite a few penalties this game, and we do end up scoring quite a few of them. So the streak is over. That is also fantastic. But what a lovely penalty from Wolf, and he does score a lovely, even more cracking penalty later on. But here is Polion. We know what he's going to do. He's going to cut it onto his right foot, and he's going to finesse that, and he does make it 2-0 within 33 minutes, is that, I think? It sure is. 33 minutes. What a goal from Polion. You know, he's been one of the signings of the season, and he's probably in the lead right now for signing of the season, but there's so many good signings we had this season. We had 4 signings. We had Sancho, we had Xavione, we had Wolf, and we had Sancho, who have all been fantastic. But here comes 3-0. What a strike from Cowan Hall there. Running on the right-hand side today. Operating on that right-hand side. And he's still performing out Cowan Hall. But I think his time may be up there with even second-team football next season. But we're not too sure about that yet. We might keep him there, because he continues to perform well. And as long as he's performing, then he will keep that position. He made it 3-0. He's been very good this season, but he probably isn't in my books for my player of the season. I do have a good idea about who I want in that player of the season, who I'm going to be choosing, and you guys will get the option to choose yours next episode. That's when the vote will open. But we did win a penalty there with Wolf again, pulled down by the Portsmouth defender, and this is a penalty and a half. Flicked it over, right, left foot. Oh, what a penalty. What a player this Wolf is. He's going to be knocking on that door next season. Knocking on my door saying, "Boss, can you fit me into the first team maybe sometimes?" And he's just, both my attacking midfielders, Wolf and Gawidi, this episode, definitely pulled it out the bag. There's going to definitely be some contention if we get Wolf on some training. Both of them have been fantastic, but he has grabbed us quite a few league goals here. And this is a penalty. You know, normally these post-commentary episodes, I do only show goals, but this one was tragic by Brownlow. He runs into the ball and just takes him down, and you know, he's not giving himself any favours, but he does in fact make the save here, just about, and then saves the rebound with his knees as well. Let me clear that one out. But unfortunately, we don't get to click the clean sheet today, and that is something we do have to improve on next season. It's not a big hindrance in this league, but that is something we have to improve on, keeping and conceding less goals. But that was the end of that match. We did win that one 4-1 away. Not away from him, at home. Southwell actually got round the match, which did surprise me. Polion was on the same rating, but he, unfortunately, we take him off in the second team to bring some fresh faces on. And that was the end of that one, really. We had the man of the match performance by Southwell there. He played alright, got around the pitch, but I probably wouldn't have given him man of the match. I don't know who I would have given man of the match. There wasn't really a decisive player that did it for me. They were all good in their own matter of fact. So we go through and we go to the game against Mansfield then. And Mansfield, again, a team that shouldn't be causing us too many issues, but we did get to use the first team. But they were still tired from the previous match that we'd played before Portsmouth, and especially Sancho. And this was just shocking. I don't know what the heck went on there. We passed it to a centre-back who was clearly open. The game hasn't locked on to Jackson. He's just sidestepped the ball and said, you know what, mate, Mansfield, you can come in within, 16 minutes, and you can come and score. And they capitalised on that. Look at this. What the heck was that? I didn't want to watch it anymore. At that point, I was boiling. So I needed some revenge. And here's I think that was Asaro into O'Neill, who smashes that home. And I think this guy's in with a really good contention to be the next club captain. He's been amazing this year. I mean, it's going to be hard for me choosing my player of the season because we've had so many amazing players, making substitute appearances and stuff. And, it's even harder for me than you guys because you guys only see a certain amount of highlights in each game. I'm playing every day with these guys, seeing the little flicks and seeing the little turns they'll make. And they really have come together to be a great team. But here is goal number 2. A nice one too there. Kashkit whips it in and plays it in the middle of the box. And what a finish by Andrea Sciavione. He's been a fantastic addition to that midfield this season. And, he's another player that, for me, would be in my top 5-6 players this season. He's been really, really good. The midfield 3 for both teams, really, have been absolutely fantastic, scoring some absolutely banging goals. And a few more coming in this episode. But that is right in the top corner. No goalkeeper would get that. And he's got a couple of goals in the league now as well, which is really, really nice. But on to goal 3. Guidi, outside the box, bang, left foot. Oh, we need to be utilising this left foot of this Italian maestro, because he may only be 5'5", but he's got such a nice shot power. He's such a team player. He'll spread it about. He'll grab us some goals. And this was a really nice look. Just chopped it in. And he finds the space so easily, turns the man, and just absolutely bashes it across the goal to make that one 3-1. But Mansfield were not backing down yet. They did come and have another attack. And what a welly that was by the Mansfield player. Oh, what a screamer. That was an absolute screamer. I don't know who scored that. I think that was Byram. He might have scored that. But he was another goal. This is Guidi coming in. Finds it to the ever-tired Sancho. But he has scored many of them goals that season, whipping it across that left-hand side on his left foot. And later on in the episode, in some training, we found out that his dribbling stats, Sancho, are absolutely amazing. The one thing I find the problem with Sancho is his stamina. And we do actually put him on some training later on in this episode, which is where we see the statistical change of Sancho. He's been absolutely amazing this season with stats. And he's a really good dribbler on the ball, 6 foot as well. And we do make some training changes after this game, because we do find out the overall potential of Mancini, who are 6 foot, 5'11", I believe, centre back. But that was the end of that one. 4-2 away from home. Again, conceding 2 goals, but we've scored 4, so it doesn't really matter. Man of the match, Guidi. I'd have given it Guidi. He was very, very good that game. As you can see here, 9.4. That's that 50% shooting there and a couple of passes as well. But we do go through here. We have a Southwell request there. Have a look at some of the youth players here. Just spreading it about. We had an 18-year-old in there who I was very tempted to bring out, but I remembered, no, the way I've played career mode is always, you bring youth players out, I scout them all season. Unless they say they want out, you wait until the next season to bring them out. Your next injection of youth into the team. Whether we'll be bringing all these lads out or not, I do not know. But we do go through, and we are going to go into our next game after this training session. This is where Mancini hits a 60. I was getting very excited. We also had Ferrari go up to a 67, and the same as Harriman. So he has, well, he's going to be in the first team next season regardless. He's really good, Mr. Ferrari. But we go down to Mancini, and we see he's showing great potential, and we go, oh dear, this is not good. So I think what I do, I take him off to training because I don't want that type of player to be. He's not going to be making a push to that first team because we have players who are better than him. But we do go into this next game then against Bradford with the first team. I did check beforehand whether Bradford or Exeter. Exeter are at the bottom of the table, so we saved the second team for them. And Bradford are one of these bogey teams that I always have troubles against, and it fared the same loom this time around. Bradford going 1-0 up very early in the game. But then we do make a little bit more of a mistake there. Ferrari just passes it to him, and that just flies all the way across. We should have cleared that there. Another example of the defence just not being very good. But we do go on and score a consolation goal here. Whipped across, I believe that's O'Neill and Asaro, who picked up a little bit of an injury. It's nothing serious, don't you worry about that. He did come on and he did something to his shoulder, I believe, but it doesn't look like he's having any major shoulder issues to pick someone up and give them a piggyback. Holding his shoulder, but he can hold a fully grown man on his shoulders. 29 goals in the league. Fantastic. And that was the full-time whistle. Bradford fans are singing. And we're coming away with a 2-1 away loss. We just got shut out the game, really. Even with the formation change that nearly works. Bradford played that 4-4-2 and was so solid. And I believe that's Alex Jones who gets man of the match there. Well deserved, you know. We got dominated by Bradford, so we had to do it. But we had not on track there. Our brand exposure, we needed 2 out of something about home game, 85% attendance or something stupid. So we did some more player training. I was having a look at Mancini. I said, you know what? We're taking him off the passing. We're taking him off that as well. And we're going to give some more drills. We're going to give one to Ferrari, who's going to be on the dribbling drill. Because I was just thinking, imagine if we have this 6'5" monster on the right-hand side who can dribble and is fairly quick, darting down there. And then we also put Jadon Sancho there. Look at his dribbling. That's 88 dribbling, 81 ball control, and 81 agility, I believe. But his stamina's in the low 50s, so we are going to work on getting that up. We do have some scanning options then. We had a pretty good Swedish talent there. We do get rid of the other guy. Spain comes in. That guy there, not very good, not very good, not very good, not very good. That guy there, we definitely signed through and got rid of a couple and left a few more to scout. And seeing that these are judgment like 2 and 3 stars, and I haven't found too bad talents, to be honest. But we do go into the English one, and we have just found some amazing English talents here. This guy, Brandon Evans, he looks like a really good player. There's a couple here that we didn't like the look of. We're going to sign him because he's guaranteed to be a gold. And if I was, you know, playing with a better team, I probably would have signed all them with a potential over 90 because we can afford to do so. But we can't really with this team. We are working on a budget, and we do have to budget ourselves for the next to see out the rest of this season with the right amount of money. So we do have a look at, we switch it to the first team. We have to take out Asra. We're not going to play the first team anyway against Exeter because we thought they're bottom of the table. They're not going to have much to offer. Well, little did I know that they did have quite a lot to offer actually. And we did come up to a very tough start in this game, going 1-0 down quite early within half an hour. They just slot that past Brown again. And Brown, we probably will try and get someone else in for him, whether that's a youth player or not. But we do make it 1-0 in the second half with a lovely strike by, I believe, that was Ricci. Yeah, it was Ricci. Ricci, you know, with this, the award that we've got for Youth Player of the Season. Youth Player of the Season, players have to come out of the youth system for that in that season. We can't have someone like Ricci. Not Ricci, Man or Ferrari or any of the players that came from last season because they're not youth player anymore. They've been in the first team. They're a first team player eligible for that player of the season. But Exeter did make that 2-1 there. Nice finesse into the bottom of the post. But we do make it 2-2. 84th minute. Cowan Hall bangs it across. Makes it 2-2. He says, you know, we never go down without a fight here in Wycombe. And we did give Exeter a pretty big fight here. Made it 2-2. I thought it was going to be a draw, but no, we did pick up a penalty here. Crashed to the floor. That was a penalty kick. He looks absolutely distraught. The referee gives him nothing. It's just one of them things. He gets knocked to the floor, and you can't really do anything about that. It's just one of them things, and we had to score this. And it was with Polion, and he slots it away. Makes it 3-2. That's 3 penalties we've had today. And we scored all 3. So the curse has definitely been lifted, or the streak has been broken, whatever you want to refer to it as. it was a good performance in this extra time. Good spirit from the second team to come back and get back into this game. But we do go ahead and we have won that one 3-2. The extra players, I feel sorry for them. They're in the bottom of the table, and they thought they might have been able to get a point today, but no, we take away all their dreams and we get a good performance there. And Southwell actually got man of the match again. I'm not too sure how he's getting them. He just is. I was looking at the stats. I'm like, how is this man getting man of the match? I mean, but we just carried on through. And I think that is going to be the end of this one then, guys. We have no more games to do. We're just going to be running through a few things in the background here while I end off the episode. So that is going to be it. If you did enjoy it, remember to leave a like down below. The comment today, what should I do the comment? I was going to do player of the season, but I don't really feel like it's relevant yet. We still got a few more games for players to prove themselves. So I'll do that next season. But I still want you to tell me who you think the captain should be. Who should be captain of our club? Obviously, I wouldn't give it to any new arrivals. I want it to give to someone who's played this season. Who would you give the captain's armband to? I really don't know. And obviously, next episode, the vote will be open like it was last season for you to vote for your player of the season. So make sure you are staying around voting for that 8:30 every day. This series is uploaded. Subscribe if you are new around here. Don't forget to turn that notification on. That little bell next to the subscribe button, hit that. You'll be notified when an extra video that maybe not at 8:30 comes out. Thank you all for watching. Last but not least, don't forget to share the video, and I'll see you all tomorrow. Goodbye.